with the Cobblers. What are your thoughts on the performance?
I was relatively pleased with the effort. I'm not gonna fault the boys. They gave everything. Unfortunately, when things aren't going well for you, as they haven't been going for us recently, it's the team can become a bit fragile when you lose a goal, and goals change games, and we were well in the game, and we had our moments, and then the goal just before half time was a bit of a blow, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you had the chances, as you mentioned, Sam Foley, Chris Long, both going close.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, as in regards to creating...
And Kevin Von Veen as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Through, in terms of creating chances and what we've spoken about, and as a group of things that we want to do when we get into the last third in regards to trying to make things happen, I thought that we'd done not too bad in the first half and got ourselves in some decent opportunities. But you know, where the confidence is a little bit low, where we needed that little extra bit of care and that little bit of extra composure in the final third, at times it wasn't there tonight. But listen, I'm not going to fault the boys for that, you know.
Yeah, you've got 4 games left. You probably need to win all 4 to stay up. You've got Bury away on Saturday, bottom of the table, Bury. Is there still a chance, do you think, Dean, you could survive the drop?
Well, you have to always believe. I'm a very, very positive person, but I'm not stupid. So I know that the task is large. But we have 4 very, very winnable games. You know, we've had fantastic following tonight from the supporters, and,
yeah.
I'm really, really sad for them that we couldn't pull something off, because you know, they have come out. But I think in terms of the effort and the endeavour, the boys never gave in. Unfortunately, when you are chasing games and you're in a position like we are at the minute, and you have a game plan, and we're trying to do the things that we do, when it goes to 2-0 and this and that, the boys are trying that hard at the minute that then you end up losing your shape a little bit, and then you worry that you could end up conceding 4 or 5, and it weren't a 4 or 5 game. We just didn't get out the traps in the first 20 minutes of the second half. That was our real problem. We didn't get on the front foot and do what we did in the first part of the first half, you know.
Yeah. Plus points tonight. You gave Jack Bridge an opportunity quite late on. He got some game time at least.
Yeah, well, listen, Bridgie, obviously I was heavily involved in bringing him into the club, and I know him really well, and he will be a good player for this football club. The only problem is that he's had no minutes since the minute he's come in the door, and he's had no games, so it's trying to get him playing. But I think, as you see when he come on, he's quite bright. He's a very bright player, and he has something to offer. But obviously he needs game time. I thought Daniel Powell done really well when he came on as well, was really positive and got on the front foot. You know, but you know, as in regards to terms of performance, I mean, the boys are really, really down in there, and they're really, really disappointed. And but we've got to keep going. And as I said to them, we've got to change the momentum. You know, there's an old saying that regaining momentum is 50% harder than sustaining momentum. Unfortunately, at the minute, we've got to work that extra bit harder to try and regain some momentum. And if we can get a bit of momentum with a performance and a result on Saturday, then the whole picture could change again. And then you go in the last 3 games in a more positive frame of mind, and hopefully looking to get the next 9 points.
The injury list is growing. You lost Shay Facey to injury tonight. Any chance of him being involved on Saturday? What's the problem there?
Turned his ankle. He got his studs stuck in the ground, and you know, he turned his ankle, so he's got an ankle sprain. But you know, he could. Having speaking to the physio, then he said, well, we'll just have to assess him in the next 48 hours. But he won't be doing too much in the next 48 hours anyway, because we'll be recovering. You know, unfortunately, like obviously we lost Crooksy.
Yeah.
We lost Crooksy. Crooksy's tried, and he was devastated to not be able to play tonight. So obviously he's still got this bit of a problem with a hamstring. So he's there, not quite there, but almost there. So I'm hoping that he'll be back Saturday. Brendan had just turned up this morning, and his knee swollen up overnight. So he's ended up having to go to a scan. So unfortunately, when these things are against you, they all seem to pile up at once. But as I've said to the boys, you know, you've got to dust yourself down. We've got to recover well, and we've got to come out fighting again on Saturday.
This is where you earn your money, isn't it, Dean, to motivate them for what is a very big game at Gig Lane on Saturday?
Motivation will not be a problem. Motivation will not be a problem. The staff will rally round and we'll get into the players on Thursday and we'll stay nice and positive because we have to. There's no point being negative in these situations. We're on a bad run. Unfortunately, it's not ideal for me, a situation that I've inherited, but it is what it is. And I'm got plenty of fight in me yet. I'm well up for this.
Can we expect to see changes on Saturday to the personnel that started tonight?
I would think that there will be changes just because I'll be looking to freshen it up. You know, it's a tall order doing 2 very, very long journeys in such a short space of time. You know, we're going to get back probably at 1:30 in the morning. Then we're back in on Thursday. The boys won't do too much on Thursday. The ones that have played tonight, they'll recover, but I'll assess it. I'll assess it on Thursday and Friday. But you know, finish this interview. My head's already on Bury already.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Dean. Thank you.